can record it now. Recording in progress. Okay, so you're gonna make Doug big so he takes up all the space and eliminate the Brady Bunch, because that's very distracting, and we're not here to be distracted, we're here to be CEOs. So make him, when he starts talking, make him the speaker, and I will also pin him. Okay, Doug, you're up.
All right. Thank you. Well, I'm excited to talk to you guys today. I got Abby.
Who is not muted? Y'all, come on, it's 2022. Jeez Louise. How long we been doing this Zoom thing? Okay.
All right, we're good. Hey, I'm excited to be here. You know, you guys have got some great leaders on this call. You know, I can see Micah, I can obviously Julie, I see Jay Griff. Like, you've got great leaders here, and you know, that's probably one of the most important things as you build this business is you've got resources to help you reach your goals. Okay, and as you build this, you know, be willing to ask the questions, get your questions answered, you know, find out what you need to know in order to reach your goals. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the road to elite. I'm going to break the whole thing down, and it's going to feel really complicated, but it's really not complicated. Okay, I want you to know that essentially what the road to elite is. Well, let me tell you a story first. When I joined the company 9 years ago, I had been in network marketing, working for other companies for about 12 or 13 years at that time. And, you know, I'd worked for a lot of different network marketing companies. And, well, I'd only really worked for two, and then I consulted a whole bunch, which gave me some insight into their conventions and how they do things. And what was interesting is most network marketing companies really celebrate the founders or the top money earners or those that, you know, got here early and are really celebrated by the company. When I joined Beachbody 9 years ago, they had this thing called the Elite Program. And I was like, you know, what is this? Because I tend to be a compensation plan guy. And so the Elite Program, first off, I noticed, I'm like, wait, where is it? It's not in the compensation plan, it's in the recognition plan. And so I was like, wait, so it's recognition, it's not compensation. How do they relate? Do they relate? And it really got me looking at how Beachbody, or now Body, has built this program that drives compensation through leveraging recognition. Okay, and so when I joined, I got really excited about it. I'm like, man, the Elite Program's perfect. Like, it literally, like what it does is it sets the company up to recognize the coaches that are building today, not the founders, not the biggest money earners, not those with the most volume. It celebrates the coaches that are doing the work, that are building. It's I always joke and say it's like the Janet Jackson recognition program. If you remember the song by Janet, I know I'm old, but if you remember the song by Janet Jackson that was "What Have You Done For Me Lately?" Like, that song is this recognition program. That's what it does, is it recognizes those that are doing the work today. And I want to be clear, it recognizes you huge, like it's all year. You hit Elite in 2023, 2024, you are celebrated. We ship you free products. Every time we change something, we ship it to you. All the things. They get room drops at Summit. I mean, they're getting gifts and jackets. And so the Elite is a goal you want to accomplish. But even with all of the things you get as an Elite coach, it's more important than that. It's about you, the confidence that you gain by reaching the goal. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through how to hit Elite. Well, let me keep my story going for a minute. So I fall in love with Elite, you know, again, 9 years ago. We go through it for about 4 or 5 years. And Carl calls me one day and he says, "Hey, Doug, I want to hear you train the Elite Program." And I said, "Sure, absolutely." So I literally got him on a call like this with some coaches, but his camera was off. Nobody knew he was there. And I trained how to get to Elite. Well, back then, what it was is every coach in the network would start the year saying, "I want to be an Elite coach." And it would be January 1st, "I want to get to Elite. I'm going to Elite." And we would teach how to get there. And you need to know, it's not it's just doing the fundamentals. And I'm going to talk about that. But I would train how to get to Elite. And then what would happen is about halfway through the year, people would say, I'm not going to make it. So they would throw in the towel, they'd give up, and they'd stop working and say, next year, I'm going to go for elite. And what happened on that training is when I trained it, Carl came to me after and he says, Doug, how do we institutionalize the elite program? And I said, oh, what do you mean? And he said, well, no, every coach should go for elite, but not every coach is going to get there. And I said, no, that's a great idea. So we literally got off the call, and that's where the road to elite came from, is we said, all right, every coach starts the year, they want to get to elite, and halfway they burn out or they don't make it, so they stop trying. We're not going to do that anymore. So that's where we brought in, we used to have what was called the leadership ladder. So we brought the leadership ladder into the road to elite, so that what we could do is say, hey, we're going to start the year and we're going to take our first goal, we're going to get to team builder. Okay, and I'm going to show you what it takes to get to team builder. And then once I get to team builder, I'm going to go for team leader. And if I get to team leader, I can go for premier. If I get to premier, I'm going to go for elite. The beautiful thing about this program is it's really designed that it's up to you. You're the CEO of your business, and it really falls to you to say, what activities are you doing? How quickly can you get to team builder? Because the good news is if you get to team builder in the first quarter, then man, I still got 3 quarters left in the year to get to team leader. And if I get to team leader in the second quarter, I still got half the year to still get to premier. And if I get to premier in the third quarter, I still got the fourth quarter to finish out elite. But it's like, it's on you to figure out how far you're going to go on the road to elite. I would challenge you to set the goal to be elite at the first of the year. And it's not easy. There's a lot of work. It's very few coaches make elite. But if you start the year with the goal to get to elite, then your odds of getting to team builder are like, 99%. And my odds of getting to team leader are pretty significant because I've got this bigger goal. Those are where I'm going to get there in the process. So even if your goal is to get to team builder or team leader, it's like, okay, but what if I go for elite? What's the worst that can happen? Maybe I'll end up premier, or maybe I'll end up a team leader. But I just want you to understand that it's like the reason that the program is designed the way it is today is we start January, and every coach, whether you're Julie or Micah or Jess, you're building towards team builder. Every coach is building towards team builder. Every coach starts at the same spot at the 1st of January, and we all build towards team building. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I do have a PowerPoint deck.
Hold on, you froze.
It's like the first time I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
We good? My internet connection is unstable. Okay, let's jump into this. I want to be clear that getting to elite is built on the mission statement of the company, helping people achieve their goals and enjoy healthy, fulfilling lives. And I want to be clear that when I say that elite recognizes you for doing the fundamentals, I mean that, okay? The 3 things you got to get good at to be an elite coach. The first one is you personally hitting Success Club. The second one is you signing coaches. And the third one is you getting your coaches to hit Success Club. That's what the program's built on. And the reason that those 3 things are very important, but I want you to understand that the first one, you hitting Success Club, what happens is when you first became a new coach, hitting Success Club is hard. And over the course of time, you figure out how to do it. You figure out how to add value on social media. You figure out how to run your challenge groups. And you start to get success, and then hitting Success Club becomes easier, okay? And so this is a process where we're going to say, the first thing we got to figure out how to do is help you hit Success Club. The second thing you have to do is you have to sign coaches. Now, I want to be clear. That's been the second thing for 9 years. That hasn't changed. But it's more important today where preferred customers are now in play. Because what's happened is, a lot of our newer coaches are just signing all preferred customers. Guys, in order to build this, you have to sign coaches. The number 2 thing is signing coaches. And I'll show you why coaches are important. Coaches can sell, coaches can buy, and coaches can sign up other coaches. Preferred customers can only buy. And I want you to learn that because this is going to be based on duplication and helping you grow your team and grow your business. Okay. The third thing is getting your coaches, which you had to sign up to have a coach, to get them to help them hit Success Club. If you don't have coaches, you can't help them hit Success Club. But that's hard. Like nobody's going to pull any punches and say that that's easy. That's the difficult step is number one, you get to where you're hitting Success Club. Number two, you're signing coaches. And now I've got to get my coaches into the activity of hitting Success Club. And I'm going to show you how those three activities can get you to elite and get you to advance on the road to elite. So anytime you're building this business, you want to build a solid business. And to build a solid business, it requires acquisition, retention, and leadership duplication. Okay. And I'm going to show you as well that that's what this program is going to help you understand. Acquisition, how are you signing up your new customers, new coaches, personally hitting Success Club? Retention, how are you supporting them? And then leadership duplication is, not only signing coaches, but now helping your coaches advance to Emerald, to Diamond, to 1-star. Because the more that you can get your leaders to advance, the more that you're going to build a more solid organization. So let's jump into the road to elite. So again, first of the year, everybody starts out the same. I'm new year, every coach is looking at it going, okay, now how do I get to team building? And I'm going to show you how this works. Okay. Step one, team builder. If you want to be a team builder, you got all year next year to get this done. Okay. Now, we're not going to want you to take that long. We're going to want you to do it as quick as you can, but I want you to see it and understand what it takes to get there. Number one thing you have to do is you have to be a diamond and you have to hold diamond for 6 consecutive weeks. The number two thing you have to do is you have to earn 25 leadership points. I'm going to explain those in a minute, but essentially understand that those leadership points come from you hitting Success Club, you signing coaches, and you getting your coaches to Success Club. Number three thing you have to do is you have to create during next year 1 new personally sponsored Emerald. Okay, leadership development. And the fourth thing you have to do is you have to have cumulative 1,000 team volume on your weak leg over any 5 consecutive weeks. So essentially, it's saying the weak leg requirement is essentially saying you got to have 200 in team volume on your weak side for an average of 5 weeks in a row. Now, I want you to understand that originally the elite program didn't have a weak leg volume requirement in it. This is what we pulled in from what we used to call the leadership ladder. This is important. It's not hard, it's important. And the reason it's important is if you're going to do the work of building this business, we want you to focus on your weak side volume because we want you to continue to grow your compensation via the compensation plan, where you're paid off of your weak leg volume through the team cycle bonus. It's a different training, but I want you to understand that that's why the weak leg volume requirement's important, is it's helping you place so that you maximize cycles. Okay, that's what it takes to be a team builder. We can come back to any of this. Let's keep going because I'm going to show those leadership points. Once you get to team builder, you're now going to head towards team leader. Now, I got to be a 1-star or above, right? If you're Julie Voris and you're a superstar, that's above a 1-star. So that's how she meets that requirement. But you as a coach, you need to get to 1-star and hold it for 6 consecutive weeks. The second thing is you got to get 50 leadership points. I'll describe those in a minute. The third thing you have to do is you have to create 2 new personally sponsored Emeralds or 1 new personally sponsored Diamond. Well, if you're less than a diamond or a diamond or below on this call, you got to build a diamond in order to get to 1-star. So really, the number 1 thing and the number 3 thing could be the same thing. When you advance to 1-star by creating the diamond, you meet both of those requirements. The fourth thing you have to do is you have to have 2,500 volume on your weak leg. Again, averaging 500 weak leg volume over the course of 5 weeks. It always comes up, which is my weak leg? Your weak leg is whichever leg has less. But I want to be clear, it can change. This week, it might be my left leg. And next week, if my right leg is lower, then they'll count the right leg. And then the next week, whichever one. So it's not always your left leg if that's your weak leg today. If tomorrow your right one is lower, then that's the one that counts. So just understand that when it talks about 5 consecutive weeks that accumulate to 2,500, every week it's just going to grab the lower number of the two and add that up to get you to the 2,500. Okay. If I meet those 4 requirements, I've now hit team leader. Again, the sooner I can do that in the course of the year, the sooner the time I have left to get to Premier or Elite by the end of the year. Right? The next one is I want to get to Premier. Okay. And again, you'll notice these are just building off of each other. Nothing's like brand new. Now, I was a 1-star. Now I got to get to 2-star. In order to get to 2-star, what do I have to do? I have to have 2 diamonds, 1 diamond on each leg. Second thing I have to do is I have to get 75 leadership points in my business. I'm going to explain those in a minute. Third thing is I got to build 1 new diamond. You'll notice that for team leader, it was 2 emeralds or 1 diamond. If you build the 1 diamond to get to 1-star, it'll actually check this box as well. It's the same 1 diamond, right? But if I got to get to 2-star, then I need 2 diamonds. So I'm going to get a 2nd diamond. Okay, 4,000 week leg volume, again, over 5 weeks. Again, the point of this requirement is to help you grow your team cycle bonus. As you're sponsoring these coaches, we want to make sure you're placing properly. And I will tell you, that's a great requirement, because as I've traveled and met with coaches, there's times when you'll meet with a new coach who's doing all this incredible work and placing everybody on the same side, and then they're wondering why they're not making any income. We want you to learn the compensation plan. We want you to understand just a little bit about legs, which leg, right leg, weak leg, strong leg. It's a binary. You have 2 legs. You just need to be aware of where you're placing your coaches. Okay, that makes you Premier. You want to be elite? Here it is. To be an elite coach, you have to be a 5-star diamond and hold it 6 consecutive weeks. You have to have 105 balanced leadership points. The word balanced is added. I'll come back to it. You have to build 2 new personally sponsored diamonds. Well, if you're anything less than a 3-star, you got to build 2 diamonds or more to get to 5 stars. So that's essentially 1 and 3 are the same. And 5,000 week leg volume requirement over 5 weeks. Again, I want to be clear. The week leg volume is not weekly. That's cumulative over any 5 weeks. So this is a 1,000 average week leg volume requirement. So it's just understand that it's cumulative. And so I will also tell you that we almost never have 5-star diamonds that meet all the requirements that the week leg volume is an issue. So if you get the leadership points and you're a 5-star and you built your 2 diamonds, generally speaking, the week leg volume requirement will take care of itself. But that's the road to elite. That's how we designed it, to go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. Okay, I want to be clear that when I was back here talking about team builder, I needed 25 leadership points. When I go to team leader, I need 50. That's not 50 more, that's 25 more. So I got 25 that got me to team builder. The next 25 will get me to 50. So it's the same kitty of points that are going into making this 75 and this 105. Okay, those are the requirements. Now let's break down how you earn the points. And we've made one change this year that's actually pretty exciting. So again, we're talking about next year, right? We're in 2023 and we're going to build towards elite. So the first category is called APV. It stands for acquisition personal volume. Okay, this is the volume that comes from you signing customers, preferred customers, and coaches. Okay, when they sign up, they buy a product. That product has PV associated with it. We track all of the PV from your new customers, coaches, and PCs. And every time that adds up to 500 PV, we give you a leadership point for that. Okay, your goal in this category to get to elite. Okay, elite, remember the balanced? There's a cap on this category of 50 points. So the point in that is, in this category, if you're going for elite, you're trying to get 50 points. If I'm trying to get to team builder, well, I need 25 points from these 3 categories. So I just want to make sure that you're understanding that. So the way you earn points in this category is for every 500 PV from your personally sponsored coaches, customers, and PCs, you get a point for that. Now, the real secret to this is the earlier in the year I signed somebody, remember when I said that you're building a sustainable business, you need acquisition and retention. This is important. The way to earn APV points is if you signed me up as a retail customer in January, and let's just say I got on Shakeology, loved it, and I stayed all year. Well, then every month I count towards you, your APV, because I'm a new customer in 2023 and you retained me. So if you sign me up in January, I count for 12 months. If you sign me up in December, I count for 1 month. Okay, if you sign me up in July, I count for 6 months. So the way to make this category easier is to start the year in January. Don't wait. What I mean by that is I'm starting in January, building the business. I've got a goal to get to Premier, a goal to get to Elite. The sooner I start hitting Success Club and building my business in January, February, March, that's going to help me lay a great groundwork, because then the retention of those customers, coaches, and PCs will count for the entire year for me. Okay, so that's APV. That's where the points come from. They come from you hitting Success Club. Okay, the second point category, what does this say? Monthly volume. Okay, so this is what the, okay, I don't agree with this point, but this is a slide deck, and what they said is they said, well, in order to get 50 points in this category, you want 4 points a month coming from APV. But points don't come like this. Like you're in January, you're not going to get 4 points. You're going to get 1. Your goal in January is to get 1 point. Because the customers you signed in January, well, if they buy in February and you add new people on it, like in February, you might get 2. In March, you might get 3. So it'll grow throughout the course of the year as you add people on top of the people you've already added. Having it be your goal every month is 2,000. It's not realistic, and it's not the right way to look at this. The way you want to look at this is it's compounding. I started in January, I got 1 point. I got to February, I got 2. March, I got 3. If every month I added 1 point and my goal is 50 points, in that 12 months, I would end the year with 78 points. I only need 50. I just want you to think about that. Okay, so that's APV. Okay, this is a category that's easy. This is an easy one to understand. What it is you sign new coaches next year. Remember I said your goal is to hit Success Club and sign coaches. Well, this is the sign coach category. What we do is we give you 1 leadership point whenever one of your new coaches earns a Success Club point within their first full month. Okay, what does that mean? What that means is you sign me up as a coach in January. If I get a single Success Club point in January or February, you get a leadership point in this category. This category is built around you signing coaches and helping them get into productivity. Okay, now I'll tell you a couple of things about this. This is an important category. One of the things that we're learning, we're studying the data right now very heavily into the network and into how do we help coaches build this business. And I will tell you that one of the key things that's very important is that first Success Club point, really the first sell of your new coach changes everything. So let's say you sign me up as a coach in January, and in February, I'm not going to, do much, but you know what? I sign up my sister with a bag of Shakeology, not even a total solution pack. She just buys Shakeology, but I get 2 Success Club points for that. The other thing I get is I get a $32 commission for that. I will tell you that $32 commission can change my perspective as a new coach to say, okay, wait a minute, maybe I should build this business. So helping your new coaches get that 1 point is key, because it's also helping them get their first commission. It's helping them learn how to send a share card. It's helping them just learn the fundamentals of what coaches do. And it's also almost like the psychological trigger that it will get some of them to now go on to become a diamond or to build the business. So that's how you get points in this category. The cap in this category for those of you going for elite is 25. You can do that 25 times in the course of the year. Okay, that's that category. The third category, well, what does this say? Continuously help one person do the commission subscription first 1 month coaching. Okay, I think I already said. All right. The third category for points, and this is the last one, is what's called PSSC. These are Leadership Success Club points. The way you earn these is you earn 1 leadership point every time one of your 2022 or 2023 coaches, and I'm going to add on to that in a minute, but right now let's just think 2022 coaches, 2023 coaches sponsored by you. When they hit Success Club, you get a leadership point. Okay, the category is PSSC. So it's personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. Okay. PSSC, every time your PS coaches from last year or this year hit Success Club, you get a point. The other thing that we do is when you hit Success Club in the same month, we double that point to 2. So let's say I had 3 personally sponsored coaches from 2022 that hit Success Club in January. I would get 3 points for them. If I also hit Success Club for that month, I would get 6 points for that. Okay. In this category, again, I'm trying to get to 50 points. Again, this is building towards elite, so I'm trying to get to 105. So 50 would come from this. Now let me give you the new rule. What we did new in 2023 is any coach that enrolled in 2021 or prior that's sponsored by you that did not achieve Success Club ever in 2022. If they hit Success Club in 2023, you get PSSC points for them. Okay, we've never done that before. It's always been previous year, current year. This year, it's previous year, current year, and we're going to give you the ability to reactivate any coach in your organization. Maybe they used to build, but they didn't hit Success Club in 2022, and now they want to come back. If they hit Success Club, we're going to count them towards this category. Okay, that's a major win to help you kind of reactivate your coaches. Now, this is key because this is focused on, again, current year, well, 2022, this year, next year, PS coaches, plus the reactivation of these other coaches. Remember what I told you, hit Success Club, sign coaches, get your coaches to hit Success Club. This is the category built around you getting your coaches to hit Success Club. This one says that your goal in this category is actually to get 3 coaches of yours to hit Success Club every month. Well, let's just do the math really quick. Because if I get 2 personally sponsored coaches from 2022 to hit Success Club in January, 2, and I hit Success Club in January, I'll get 4 points. If those same 2 coaches hit Success Club all 12 months, and I hit Success Club all 12 months, I'd get 4 points a month from them every month. 4 times 12 is 48. So what I want you to understand is, in order to get 50 points in this category, sure, you can average 3, but it's like 2.1, like it's like 2.01. Like you need to hit 2 every single month plus 1 at some point. The other thing I want you to understand is, because some of you will go, crap, I don't have 2 coaches that are going to hit Success Club in January. I'm out. I'm not going to do it. Guys, don't think like that. If the average is 2, so if you start January with 0, I don't want you to, and I'm going to tell you about some cool stuff here in a minute. You don't want, if January is 0 or January is 1, that's okay, because I can ramp up over the course of the year and have December be 3 or December be 4 to get my average back up to 2. So I just want you to understand that. So this category is really about duplication, right? It's really about the duplication of Success Club, right? If you want to build leaders in your organization, which is what you want to do, if you've got income goals with this business, what you want to do is you want to grow volume in the organization. The best way to grow volume is through getting your PS coaches hitting Success Club, because then what that'll do is that'll drive it deeper in your organization, and the duplication of this will also then help you advance your emeralds, help advance your diamonds, and your 1 stars and 2 stars. And that's where you start to grow a large organization. Okay. Let me do this. I've got this guy, and I think I'm sharing my whole screen. I am, right? Okay, let me grab this. This is a cool ad. Now I'm leaving the Road to Elite for 1 second. This is the new Success Club executive opportunity for all of you. Okay. This is a $1,000 bonus that we're putting on the table for 2023. Now, we've been doing the 3, 6, 9, 12, win a hoodie, win a t-shirt promotion. What we decided was, yeah, you know what, we're going to keep that for new coaches. New coaches that joined in 2022, 2023, that hit Success Club, you're still going to win a 3-month prize. Oh, no, it's money. You're going to win $50 for 3 months. 6 months is $75. So we're putting money on the table for the 3, 6, 9, 12 program. This is in addition to any new coach can earn this, or any of you that didn't enroll in 2022, you can earn a $1,000 bonus next year. Okay, here's how you're going to earn it. You're going to hit Success Club for 11 months in the course of the year. Okay, 11 of 12 months, you have to hit Success Club. Well, a lot of you are like, well, I'm going to do that anyway. That's my goal. I got that. I can do that. The second thing you're going to do is, this is the PSSC category. You're going to get 10 Success Club qualifications coming from your eligible coaches. Now, you'll notice I didn't say get 10 of your coaches to hit Success Club. This could literally be one PS coach of yours hitting Success Club for 10 months. Okay. So it's like if you signed a coach this year and they're going to build with you and you say, hey, you should hit the Success Club executive program. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Well, just the sheer fact that they hit Success Club 11 of 12 would earn you number 2. Okay. You could also get these 10 Success Club qualifications via 5 coaches hit it twice, or, 10 coaches hit it once. It doesn't matter. It could be the same person 10 times, or it could be 5 people twice, or 2 people 5 times, whatever. This is how you earn it. You hit Success Club 11 of 12, and you get 10 Success Club qualifications from your PS coaches. I'll just throw that in there. That's not on the Road to Elite. But here's what's cool about this is a special program that's built to help you achieve this goal. It's also there to help you incentivize your coaches to try to achieve this goal. And in the process of doing this, guess what? You're earning PSSC points in your business as you do that. Okay, so it's like everything aligns. Everything is aligned to help you reach your goals, right? I would even go as far as saying that everything aligns to the point of the compensation plan, right? Because if you have an income goal at Beachbody and you're like, my goal is to make $1,000 a month, $250 a week. Well, the way you're going to get there is by personally hitting Success Club. You're then going to start to build a team by signing coaches. And then you're going to want those coaches to start to hit Success Club and then start to build their organizations as you're building yours. So everything aligns, guys, to help you reach your goals. Well, Julie, that's the Road to Elite. If we go back to Team Builder and Team Leader, from the very beginning, I just want to say these 25 leadership points for Team Builder, you could get all 25 of those from hitting Success Club. You could sign up and do just a retailer. I'm just going to sell, and that's what I'm going to do. And so my APV is going to be high. I could get all of those from one category. Okay. Not that you will, but I just want you to understand there are no caps. There's no requirements. Doing those 3 activities, APV, PS1 plus SC, and PSSC, that's where those come from. But my point to you is you can achieve Team Builder by just doing the fundamentals we talked about, right? Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this. All you're trying to do is help people reach their goals, and just don't. Sometimes people think, oh, to get to Elite, I just can't do that. Well, I really hope that you understand is, sure, you got to get to 5-star, right? You got to get to 5-star. Sometimes coaches even are confused about how hard that is. I hope you understand that to get to 5-star, you need 5 diamonds, 2 on each side plus 1. I hope if your spouse is a coach, you also know that he can be a diamond on your team. So there's one of your diamonds. The other thing you have to know about getting to 5-star is when you get to 2-star, we give you a second business center, which also can be one of your diamonds. So now you need 5 diamonds, and 2 of them can be your spouse and your second business center. So really you need 3 diamonds that aren't you or your spouse. And I think sometimes coaches are so hung up on, I got to go build 5 diamonds. Guys, you need to find 3. And you need to find 3 builders that you're going to work with to help you and grow the organization. And let's be clear, your goal isn't just to get them to diamond. Your goal is to get them to 1-star, to get them to 2-star, to build their organization. But I just want you to understand that even getting to 5-star, we can show you a path, but you got to find 3 diamonds that aren't you to help you reach that goal. 105 balanced leadership points. The secret there, I've said it, start the year running. Don't take off January, go January. January's go. January, February, March. If we start the year fast, signing up coaches, then we lay the foundation for the entire year. Okay, coaches that you sign in January count for 12 months. Sign me in July, count for 6. Sign me in November, I count for 2. I just want you to understand that. So the balanced leadership points, start the year in January, don't wait. Success Club executive, same thing. You have to hit Success Club personally 11 to 12 months. Don't make January your mulligan. Don't miss January. If you're going to miss Success Club next year, miss in July when you know the kids are out and you're going to be busy at Disneyland. Like, don't miss Success Club. Plan to miss if you're going to miss. I would rather you plan to miss. I'd rather you hit it all 12. But if you're going to do it, but you got to start the year. Don't not hit Success Club in January. 2 new diamonds. You got to get to 5-star. We've already talked about that. Week leg volume. I just want you to learn a little bit about the comp plan, just so you understand placement, just enough to know what's my week leg volume. I'm going to place there so that I start to grow it, because I want your income to grow through this process. This goal is not just about you hitting elite. This goal is about you growing your income as a coach with your business. Okay, it all aligns. We want you to grow your income as a Beachbody coach. You can do that by hitting elite. So I just want to make sure you understand. Julie.
I would love for you to talk about the other way that coaches will be able to earn Success Club next year that is new from how they can earn this year.
Okay. Let me see if I can find. Look at that. It just pops right up. You guys are still seeing this, right? Okay. So this is the current rules of how you earn Success Club points. 2022, this is how you're doing it today. Whether you know it or not, that's how you earn it. You sell a total solution pack worth 90 PV, you get 2 Success Club points. If you sell a customer who buys a 90 PV HD, you also earn Success Club points. Next year, starting in January, this is brand new, we've never done it before. Starting January 1, you are now going to earn 1 Success Club point for every aggregated 125 PV coming from new and reactivated customers, preferred customers that order within the month. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of big words. What it means is, instead of just selling HD and instead of just selling TSPs, total solution packs, we're now going to say, you know what, Emma, you're drinking all your Energize, you're posting about it. And what if you post a link to Energize and 10 people buy it? And all of a sudden you're getting a whole bunch of people buying Energize because you love Energize. The great news is that produces personal volume. Every time that personal volume adds to 125, we're going to give you a Success Club point for that. So now, in addition to, selling total solution packs, total solution pack, we're going to open it up. It's almost like the affiliate model. The compensation plan supports this. What I mean by that is, if you sell individual products, let's just say you love 3-day refresh and you do it, whatever. If you sell 3-day refresh and your new people purchase it, the PV will be accumulated. And every time it adds to 125, we're going to give you a Success Club point. I will also tell you, you haven't seen it yet. You won't see it till I think around mid-January. There will be new reporting added into the back office for you to track this. So you'll have visibility into all of your coaches and customers that count. It's not everybody. It's the same new and reactivated. And reactivated in this example actually means anybody who hasn't placed an order in the last 90 days. So it's like if you have old customers that bought in July and they haven't bought since July, when they buy their Energize and their bag of Shakeology, they will count towards this. Their PV will go into the 125 and you'll earn Success Club points for them. So that's what Julie's asking is, this is brand new this year, never had it before, but it's going to support you in, if you love Energize and you want to sell Energize, go for it. We're going to reward you for doing that.
That's a really important change. I want coaches to really pay attention to that, because I think for so many newer coaches, they get caught up in that total solution pack, which we know is what gets results. We know that. Fitness, nutrition, community, we know that's what's going to get the sustainable results. However, if you're a brand new coach, sometimes it just is a no barrier to entry here. If we can just connect someone with Energize, connect someone with Recover, connect someone with these incredible products that we have that we know change lives, and maybe you're a little trepidatious about that total solution pack, even though you know it's something that works, go sell the heck out of Energize. Go sell the heck out of Energize. Go sell the heck out of everything in our catalog, because now the metrics also support you being rewarded for that, which I think is pretty awesome. And as Doug said, we've never had that before.
Well,
and they don't have to be on HD. They don't have to be on Home Direct.
They don't. Every single individual product counts. Let me also say this, because I think coaches aren't quite understanding the Shake and Hustle pack. Okay, this is brand new. We announced it. It launched with Sure Thing. Hopefully, you know that you can change your order to be HD Shake and Hustle. Okay, essentially, it's this guy here, right? 20 servings of Energize, a 20 serving bag of Shakeology. Guys, this is a big deal. And I don't think coaches are getting it. Think about it. Right now, you're selling a total solution pack and they're getting a bag of Shakeology and they're getting one product in their home. When you bring in our second biggest seller with these two combined out of the gate, it's 20 servings each. And now the odds of them consuming their full bag of Shakeology and their 20 servings of Energize is higher, because then they don't, and then it's not, oh, I still have some left over, cancel my order or suspend it or whatever. Now it's a 20-20 pack, right? 20-20 of each and 20-20 of our best products. And I think that's important. Your new coaches, new customers are now going to get two products into their household as opposed to just one. And I think coaches aren't, I just want to make sure you're getting that. That's a major difference, that's happening right now. And let's say you're one that has a bag of Shakeology, you're not drinking it every day, and you have extra Shakeology. Maybe you need to go to the 20 serving pack of Shakeology with your Energize. So I just want to make sure, let's just say that I buy these two products and I love my Shakeology and I want it every day. Well, then the next month I might upgrade to a 30 serving bag of Shakeology and get a tub of Energize. So it's like, just understand that this is, the coach advisory board was like, man, if we could come up with 20 servings of Shakeology, 20 servings, we called it the 20-20 pack. When all the creative people get involved, it becomes the Shake and Hustle pack. But the 20-20 pack is significant because, man, now your people have the two best products in their house. It's going to help your retention. It's going to help. And as coaches, the great news is they love their Energize, they'll sell Energize. Or if they love their Shakeology, they'll sell Shakeology. But it's like, this is a big opportunity.
So good. I mean, it's only taken us 14 years to get there. So
Yeah.
let's actually use it. Let's leverage it, because it's really amazing. Jess Griffith, do you have anything that you want to add? Not to put you on the spot, but do you? Hold on, I gotta ask you to unmute. There you go.
I was
Thank you.
unmuted. Oh, thank
There you
you.
go.
No, I don't have anything I want to add. I just would point out, I was thinking as I was looking at the slide that that extra point is only preferred customers and customers, to remember that that doesn't include coaches for Success Club. Right. So I know some people and some teams teach, enroll everybody as a coach, everybody's a coach, everybody's a coach. So just, that's just something to consider, is making sure that you're diversifying and adding some people in as customers for that SC point when they continue on their product. Does that make sense? Just something to think about in your business. Like, that's a change I need to make for myself.
For the 125 aggregated,
Yes,
it's customers and PCs, not coaches.
right, not
That's
coaches.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And chances are, if you're just selling someone Energize, the chances are probably, to your point, Jess, probably greater that they are a customer. You know, rather probably. So that's a great point. Thank you for that clarification. I know Molly Asplund's on here. Molly, do you have anything you want to add? Not to put you on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to ask you to unmute. Sorry about that. If you want anything to, there we go.
Got nothing.
I guess she's got nothing.
Wow. I've never seen Molly
my-
this quiet.
My thought was, you know, everything that we do now in December helps too, because 2022, like, I'm looking at new coaches that I sign up now and I'm like, these are pivotal people to my organization next year. Right.
Mhm.
So it all starts like we're in it. I'm working on next year right now, which I'm sure a lot of you are too. So
So good.
Well,
Mike?
and I'll say that too. I mean, you've got the Sure Thing launch going on right now. It was a great, we do a superstar mastermind every Monday morning. And this Monday we talked about the Sure Thing launch. And when we were talking to Holly, and I don't think she's on here, but Holly Hillier mentioned the fact that what she's doing is, with the customer launch, she's selling to January 2nd. Like, you know, when the customer launch hits next week, it's January 2nd, let's get your total solution pack. If they don't, then when we get through the holiday and get through Christmas and we get to the 27th, she's now going to be selling Sure Thing going towards January 9th. So it's like you kind of have these two start dates right now, because you got to get your sliders, you got to get your product in order to start. So if you launch it next week, you'll be headed towards January 2nd, get everything. And if you launch it, you know, or if you continue to launch it into the next week, now your start date can be January 9th. We do know Megan's going to be running a group. We are going to leave it open, meaning it's not just going to close after it gets started. We're going to leave it open. So as you sign coaches, whenever they start the program, they'll have access to the group.
Micah, I know you're traveling, so I don't know if you can unmute or if you want to. If you have anything, do you want me to ask you to? I'll ask you to unmute, and then if you have anything that you want to add.
Micah, are you coming to Utah? Because we got like 12 inches in the last 2 days. So good luck.
She might. Oh, they're at the pool, so it's chaos.
The pool, so they're not
She's
in
not
Utah.
coming to. I don't think she's coming to Utah. Is what I think.
I
she's
just know her
telling you.
mom and dad live not very far from here. So yes.
Okay, let's wrap it up so that you all can go about the business of doing the work that actually creates all this to happen. You know, Doug, when you mentioned those three pieces, the hitting Success Club, enrolling coaches, helping your coaches hit Success Club, I can remember probably more than 9 years ago. You might correct me. I don't know how much longer, or if Arno has been here longer than you, or if you came in at the same time, that he told me that. I don't know how many years ago, and I've never forgotten that. Like, that's always guided me. And I think it's really important to understand, in a world that can feel complicated, and let's just be honest here, in a business that sometimes we can tend to make more complicated, it's not. Hit Success Club, connect people with these incredible products and programs that have changed your lives, enroll coaches so they have this opportunity in their life, and then help them do that too. It really comes down to that. And when he told me that like got seared into my brain, and it's never left. That's always been the guiding piece for me. So I love that that's still what guides us. That's still our North Star. Just to always remember, I know I feel like I say this all the time, but I know I'm always talking to mostly women, that all these metrics on here, they're helping you make impact and income. They're not selfish. And That's not, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that because we hear that. I know, Doug, you've heard that. We hear that. Oh, me wanting to be an elite coach is selfish. Are you kidding me? It's so much work to help the humans on your team reach the goals that they said they wanted to reach, to uncover their potential and their possibility. Like, that's what we get to do every single day. This is the most selfless work that we do. And it happens to be a metric on a map. Awesome. But you're literally helping people create lives on purpose with purpose with this business of the Catalyst. So from this point on, women, we're no longer saying that any goals that we have are selfish. I'm so over that. We're not taking that into 2023. That's one thing I need to say. Number 3, make sure you're identifying your runners now. Look at your team. Who are your runners? Who's aligned with you to go slay into 2023 and get with them and start, creating your momentum now. And as a coach, Doug loves this. It's take no talent. This is TNT stuff. This is vital behaviors. You're going to press play. Tracy's got it on his little board. You're going to press play. You're going to drink a shake. You're going to read a book. You're going to invite people to join you. None of that takes talent, because if it did, I'm telling you right now, the majority of us would not be here today. Okay. It does not take talent. So get that out of your mind too. This is not selfish. This does not take talent. This takes you digging into the vital behaviors, and every single coach on here is part of an incredible larger organization and important part of a incredible larger organization called Team Body. And you've got resources that can figure this out. You start tapping into those now, because I'm telling you, if you will tap into them and get connected to your team and understand how simple this is, you will blow your own freaking mind with what you can do with this business. You will blow your own freaking mind. So use this roadmap as the metric to help you do that. Any questions? Talk to your upline coaches. Doug Moss, thank you so much for giving us an entire hour of your time. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot.
Happy to do it. Let's get her done.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you. Bye.